and welcome to ECCB Connects. October is Financial Information Month in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. On this week's program, we'll share with you some of the activities for Financial Information Month 2016. I have with me Advisor in the Corporate Relations Department, Ms. Sybil Welsh. Sybil, welcome to ECCB
Thank
Connects.
you, Shimron. It's a pleasure to be here.
Financial Information Month is a regional public education program which the ECCU governments instituted way back in 2002. When they did that, what was the thinking behind having such a program?
Well, it was Nelson Mandela who said education is the most powerful tool that can change the world. And the thinking behind that was as the region leaders were looking to really transform the economies and ensure financial stability, it was really acknowledged that that could not be done without the constituents, the public. And so it was important that they were part of the transformation. And so bringing to the fore the issues of financial, economic, business, and entrepreneurial education was really seen as the catalyst to drive that transformation. That really was the thinking behind that.
Okay. I know Financial Information Month is sort of driven by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, but the ECCB partners with a number of organizations and institutions to host this annual program. Who are the partners?
The partners are diverse. We have persons from academia, so we would have institutions like the University of the West Indies throughout the region, the various open campus. And then we have the colleges in the region. And we also have the financial partners. They are really important to this initiative because we're talking a lot about financial education. And then we have private sector partners. We have partners who are working in enterprise development, both from the public sector and the private sector. We have partners from community groups and organizations. So really, we count in excess of 140 partners. That's real collaboration. And really, without the partners, this whole campaign could not really be achievable. It takes so many of us across the region as institutions to realize the dream of making sure that we have the tools to transform our economies.
So Financial Information Month 2016. We know each year you have a theme, and this year the theme is COPE opportunities.
Yes. It's really about redefining how we see COPE. COPE stands for create, optimize, pursue, embrace opportunities. You know, sometimes in the region we forget that there's so many opportunities in the region and we fail to really see what is in front of our eyes. And so really this is about saying, listen, there are opportunities that we can create. There are opportunities that are there that we need to take to the next level, optimize. There are opportunities that we have to pursue. We have to find new niche markets to transform our lives, our household, our economies. And then, of course, there are opportunities that are there that we need to embrace, that we need to see the glass as half full as opposed to half empty. And if we do these things, we will find that we address unemployment, we'll address youth-on-youth crime. We'll address all of the things that we need to really become a competitive economy and be sustainable in a global market. And so that's really what COPE Opportunities is about. It's create, optimize, pursue, embrace opportunities.
Of course. And there are a number of activities that you have planned to bring out this message. Take us through your program of activities.
Well, there are regional activities, and the important part is to remember we are a single financial and economic space. And so there are activities on a regional level and there are activities on a local level because within each country we have local planning committees.
And as you say, each country, there's 8 countries.
Eight countries. It's Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, and then the 3 saints, as we like to call them, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. On the regional side, we started off on the 30th of August, really with a launch embracing the theme and really exploring the concepts of it, engaging the media and other partners on that. And of course, the launch of the theme song, Hello, This Is How We Cope.
Okay.
And really to make sure that we not only have conversations on a technical level, but use edutainment to get our youth involved. I know they say that 65% of the OECS region are made up of persons 35 and younger. So it's really important to meet people where they are. We also have our Financial Information Month Facebook page And so all of these aspects in social media edutainment is to reach an audience that demands a different level of engagement. And then on the 1st, we hope to have the Ministers of Finance declare the month open. It's so important for us to get the buy-in from our leaders at the top. And then we have several other education initiatives. On the 29th of September, we have a business opportunity workshop for teachers. And the whole idea is to reach one, teach many. We want to make sure that teachers understand some of the design tools, really, to get a more alignment between the education curricula and the real world. Because many students go to school and they would say they come out and they're looking for a job. And the whole concept is, why aren't they using the tools they got in school to create a job? And probably if we could empower teachers to make that link in a more real, deep sense, then that will be a catalyst for creating an entrepreneurial... Starting early. And then we have on the 20th of October, we have a workshop with financial practitioners. And that is really to continue this whole engage, provide insights, and really look to see how can we go further. But just to backtrack, on the 6th of October, and this is the 5th year we're having it, we have our Business Symposium and Innovation Forum. And this is always a very insightful forum for persons from CEOs, academia, senior managers, public and private sector, and of course our youth, to be able to engage technocrats and other persons who are thought leaders on various topics. This year we are pleased to have two persons from the Caribbean. We have Dave Cox from Barbados. He is the publisher and creative director of Caribbean Bride. And he will be speaking on really how do we get to support in a more tangible manner the creative arts and really transform the region. And then we have Jose Rosa, who is the president of the St. Kitts Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce. And he will be talking about how do we improve the business climate in the OECS. You know, we talk a lot about doing business and what are some of the impediments to getting us to move further in terms of our business environment. So he'll be talking about that. And that's on the 6th of October.
And this is a regional event.
So we're going to have persons who are not only listening, but also engaging the speakers, asking questions, giving their viewpoints, and moving us not just from talk, but from action. Because what we find is through these sessions, you have some action plans that emerge, you have some new perspectives and new direction that persons can take away from those sessions. And so all of these initiatives are really part of empowering. It's part of getting a forum to distill ideas. And they say when more than one ideas converge, you get that sort of transformation. And that's really what it's all about. So it's all about recognizing that through discussion, through discourse, we can make tangible changes in our world, in our community, and right here in the region.
The Business Symposium and Innovation Forum sounds like a real interesting event. How can individuals get involved?
Simple. Just contact the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank in all our member countries and say, I'm interested in, and then we'll take it from there. So it's a symposium that we want to make sure everyone who's interested can attend. Of course, we have capacity constraints in some of our member countries, but we can find a way to make sure we incorporate as many people who are desirous of attending.
You mentioned earlier a theme song, which I know was produced in Anguilla.
Yes, latest out of Anguilla, a soca monarch champion. And the whole idea is to make sure that every year we rotate the artists, the country of origin, when we are selecting the artist. And so Anguilla is this country selected this year. We're very pleased with the song. It has a jumpy beat. It really inspires everyone. Even when you look at the lyrics, they're talking about how do we create, how do we optimize, how do we embrace, how do we pursue opportunities. And so all of these aspects is really how do we make sure the message gets out in a way that is appealing to a diverse audience. And we tend to say, if the song is appealing to persons from 0 to 100, we've hit the mark. And so far, the response has been, it's a hit.
Okay, so let's take in a bit of the Financial Information Month 2016 theme song by Tyrone Latest Brooks from Anguilla.
Right now, create opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace, yes, create opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace. Opportunity is at your door. Open up and let it in. Let's make a brighter future to pursue. We come to win. Innovation, leadership, pushing past our comfort zone. Reach for higher heights, live like a king on a throne. Hello, this is how we cope. Together we can give you hope. Hello, I want you to believe anything you can achieve. There is nothing really to it. Let's get together and create opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace, yes, create opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace. Everybody say hi to new ideas, hi to your future, hi to better health, hi to education, hi to development, hi to your business, hi to new ideas. Say hi, 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 hi. Opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace, yes, create opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace. Endless opportunity to enhance your success. The sky is the limit, settle for nothing less. Let's get started from today. No delay, go straight away. Opportunity for all of us to make a brighter way. Hello, this is how we cope. Together we can give you hope. Hello, I want you to believe anything you can achieve. There is nothing really to it. Let's get together and create opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace, yes, create opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace. Hello, this is how we cope. Together we can give you hope. Hello, I want you to believe anything you can achieve. There is nothing really to it. Let's get together and create opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace, yes, create opportunity, optimize opportunity, pursue opportunity, embrace. Everybody say hi to new ideas, hi to your future, hi to better health, hi, 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 to education, hi to development, hi to your business, to new ideas. Say hi, 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 hi.
Sybil, a jumpy and catchy song indeed.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's look at some of the other activities you have scheduled for Financial Information Month 2016.
Well, among the activities on the local side, we have walkathons in several of the countries, and the whole aspect is to be financially fit. When we speak about financial fitness, we like to have that analogy with physical fitness. And so the whole aspect is also to bring partners together and the community. In St. Kitts and Nevis, we're looking at not a walkathon, but we're looking at a sports meet. We also recognize the importance of going out into the community, engaging schools, community groups, churches. And so you'll find many of us partners that we have adopted a school and a church, and we will be making presentations. It's so important to do that. And let's not forget the media. Print media, television and radio, those are so important. And so we'll be having several programs hosted by the local committees in each of the respective member countries. And they'll be engaging on topics from entrepreneurial development to how to manage your finances as a small business, to how to manage your finances as a household, whether it's run by a single mother or father, or it's a couple. The importance of really making sure that we are astute in how we manage our finances, not biting off more than we can chew. You know, we have all of these analogies, these sayings from our grandparents: don't hang your hat where your hand can't reach, and they're so appropriate for how we need to use, how we need to run our lives for financial matters. And so there's several initiatives that we're out there in the community, and of course charity. We recognize that it's so important to reach out to persons who are less fortunate. And so in many of the countries, our partners, we're going out and adopting someone who's less fortunate and really making sure that we provide a platform for them to have an improved life And so those are some of the aspects we are looking at. And there are several other programs that will be in the media announcing to the persons in the region how they can get involved and become a partner.
So Financial Information Month has something for everybody, the students, people at church, household, businesses.
Everybody. You know, and we tend to tell persons, if you pick up the Bible, you'll find a nice guidebook about how to manage finances. So when we speak about finances, it's everyday issues. When we speak about entrepreneurship, it's the everyday issues. And that's really what is really important to develop and drive our economies. Our economies are driven by small and micro businesses. They're driven by the knowledge that the constituents bring back into the country to drive progress. So all of these topics are not just for Financial Information Month. Financial Information Month is just a catalyst for a 12-month campaign following that really is supposed to uplift and take our region the next step further.
And of course, we're both carrying the Financial Information Month message.
Create, optimize, pursue, embrace opportunities. And on our Facebook page, we have a Facebook campaign going right now, Financial Information Month ECCU on Facebook, and we're giving out $100 a week to answer a challenge of how we can really make sure we take advantage of these opportunities. And also part of the prizes will also include a nice t-shirt. It's a lovely t-shirt. So get on board. Financial Information Month. This is how we cope with opportunities. Also, we would find that financial partners, they will be having their shirts displayed in their workplace, wearing them as part of their work attire during October on Fridays. And so it's really to make sure we have a walking bulletin of the message of reminding persons what Financial Information Month means and how we can be a part of the campaign.
So every Friday in October when you see this, you know it's Financial
Information Month. And the good thing is the shirts are long lasting, so beyond October, persons are continuing to spread the message that we need to cope, create, optimize, pursue, embrace opportunities, not just for October, but for the entire year and years to come.
Sybil, thank you very much for speaking with us on ECCB Connects.
Thank you, Sybil. It's been a pleasure.
You're watching ECCB Connects, protecting our currency, developing our region. And now for this week's financial tip.
Hi, I'm Untitled Chapter from St. Vincent and the Grenadines and a graduate of the ECCB Entrepreneurship course. Do not wait until you're close to retirement to begin saving for your retirement. You are the architect of your financial future. So just as you would save towards a car, house, piece of land, or even sending your kids to school, start saving towards your retirement fund today. The earlier you start, the greater the possibility that you would be able to afford your retirement.
To view any episode of ECCB Connects, anytime, any place, at your convenience, check out our YouTube channel, ECCB Connects.
This is where we end another episode of ECCB Connects. This week we looked at the programs and activities for Financial Information Month 2016, which will be celebrated in October. Remember, the theme is Create, Optimize, Pursue, Embrace Opportunities.